this is a video response to Robin176. She just posted a video of her top 10 comic book movies of all time, and comic book movies is one of my favourite genres of movies. So I thought, why not make a video response and show my top 10 list. So coming in at number 10, I've got Flash Gordon from 1980, I think it is. I loved Flash Gordon. I hadn't actually heard of Flash Gordon before until I seen the film. I think I was maybe about 10 or 12 years old at the time when I saw it. I loved it. It was one of the first comic book movies I ever saw, so it's just kind of been one of these films that have stuck with me, and I haven't watched it for a while yet, but I'll probably go back and watch it again at some point. But it's always been one of my favourite comic book films of all time. And coming in at number 9 is Thor, one of the films leading up to the Avengers movie. I love Thor. I love the character of Thor. I just loved everything about the film, the production of it, and I think it was one of the better films that came out on the lead up to the Avengers film. Number 8, I've got X-Men 1. I always like the originals usually better. Although I did enjoy X-Men 2, and even though a lot of people didn't seem to like it, I actually enjoyed X-Men The Last Stand as well. I thought it was actually a really good film. But coming in at number 8, I've got to put the first X-Men movie on there. It was just everything that the X-Men was in the comic books. You know, it was like a comic book come to life. It was just awesome. I love X-Men. And coming in at number 7, I've got Superman 1. You know, Christopher Reeves does an amazing job as Superman. You know, Superman, he's not one of my favourite superheroes, but I love the film, and Christopher Reeves did a great job as Superman. Coming in at number 6 is Blade. I remember when this film came out, I just loved it. It's a violent film. It's about a vampire hunter, and just he slaughters vampires, and you know, Blade is just one badass motherfucker. You didn't want to fuck with Blade. I did enjoy Blade 2, Blade 3. So yeah, they were good films, but I love the original. I remember seeing it for the first time when it came out and loved it. I just loved it. Coming in at number 5 is Iron Man. You know, I'm a Marvel guy. I love Marvel. I love DC as well, but Marvel is where it's at for me. And Iron Man, before the movie, Iron Man was a sort of well-known superhero, but he wasn't, you know, up there with like the Spider-Man, the Batmans. You know, he wasn't one of the most, well, he was popular, but he wasn't as popular as he is now. But when this movie came out, with Robert Downey Jr. doing an excellent job portraying Iron Man just became this huge superhero. He was so popular. His popularity just boomed when this movie came out. And the comic books themselves, the Iron Man comic books, just skyrocketed in value as well, like the original ones, going back to like Silver Age comics and that. So yeah, Iron Man comes in at number 5. At number 4, I have Spider-Man. I was actually going to put The Amazing Spider-Man here, because I did actually prefer the reboot, The Amazing Spider-Man, to the original Spider-Man, but I'm going to put Spider-Man, the first film, coming out, because I remember when it came out, and it was just such a great film. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man's probably my favourite superhero. Spider-Man and Batman are kind of like my favourite superheroes. So yeah, I put the original Spider-Man film in there at number 4. And at number 3 is Batman, the 1989. This came out the year I was born. It's a great film. One of the best Batman films. I did like Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, you know, I don't dislike it as much as a lot of people dislike it, but it's not the best. So yeah, number 3 I've got Batman. Number 2 I have The Dark Knight Rises. It was really hard to pick between Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, or The Dark Knight Rises, but the three of them are amazing films. You know, it's amazing as a trilogy, and each film individually is amazing as well, but The Dark Knight Rises just edges it slightly for me. It was visually stunning. The movie itself, the performances, you know, from Christian Bale as Batman, I think he does a terrific job as Batman. It was just such a good film. So coming in at number 1, none other than The Avengers. I've said earlier in this video, I'm a Marvel guy. I love Marvel, and having all these superheroes come together in one movie as The Avengers is just going to be phenomenal. Even though it takes like an hour into the film or whatever for the Avengers to be assembled, it is such a good movie. I love the Avengers. You know, I love all the Avenger movies, but Avengers Assemble is probably my favourite superhero film of all time. So yeah, that's my top 10 list. There are other movies I would have loved to have put in this. I'm not quite happy with my top 10 myself, because there's so many good superhero movies out there. But yeah, that's my top 10 list for now anyway. This was a great idea from Robin176. I'm sure you guys have already subbed to her, but if not, link down in the description box. Go and click that subscribe button and check out her top 10 list as well. And you know what, I think more people should do a top 10 superhero movies, because they're just awesome movies. I love comic book movies, and so do many people, so it'd be cool to see a lot more top 10 lists. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you next time.